the biggest music festival in India, Rock in India. Brought to you by Roman of Red, in association with VH1 and IndiaTimes.com. Produced by DNA Networks.
Masala, really spicy.
There are two problems on India's plate. The fight for food and the fight with food. While millions go to bed hungry, a million others lose sleep over the extra calories in their food. One part of India needs calories, and the other part wants to get rid of the unwanted calories. What if people struggling with unwanted calories could donate them to those who needed them? Come join us in this new revolution, the sugar-free Donate Your Calories revolution.
A dream is not what you see when you sleep. A dream is that vision which doesn't let you sleep. I'm from New Delhi. I'm born and brought up here. When I was growing up, I saw my father doing two jobs. In that point of time, our situation was really bad. I dropped out of school when I was 14 and started working as a mechanic apprentice. It was hard work. You have to spend around 12 or 14 hours a day and earn nothing. When I saw someone flirting on television, it was fascinating. It was motivation to do something better, and I wanted to learn that. To be at the top, you need to be passionate about just one thing and just follow that thing. I used to practice a lot. It was a routine every day. My parents thought I was wasting my time. I continued anyway. And this is me performing in Italy in 2009. It was the first time I ever left India. I stood 5th in the world ranking, the highest ever for any Indian bartender. That was the eye-opener for me, and after that I wanted to learn everything about the industry. I began working with some of India's top bars and started focusing on mixology. It was a whole new world for me. In 2012, I was offered a job to work with 3 Michelin star restaurant, 8.5 Auto Image of Bombana, which is situated in Hong Kong. Hong Kong is very vibrant, very cosmopolitan. When it comes to the food, when it comes to the drink, it's a completely different place. So you have to understand the palate. When I'm behind the bar, it's not only me who's representing myself, I'm also representing my country. I discovered my passion in bartending. I feel fortunate because bartending has given me some sort of life. I never thought a guy who worked as a mechanic would run a bar at the 3 Michelin star restaurant. It's just such a wonderful industry we are part of, and it's all about hard work and passion. Every day is a beautiful day.
I grew up in a pretty strict household, and I didn't have the same freedoms that most of my friends did, so I stayed home a lot. When I was 13, my cousin gave me a copy of David Bowie's album, Aladdin Sane. On the cover was a picture of Bowie, his face tinted bright fuchsia. I was totally captivated. My name is Jazz Chiranjeeva. I'm a street artist in Mumbai. Fuchsia is the color that I associate with my childhood notion of rebellion. It's hard to explain, but at the time, simply using fuchsia in my drawings made me feel like a part of that counterculture movement. It was the first time I felt that I didn't have to answer to anyone but myself. I moved here to Mumbai a few years ago, and up until recently, street art in Mumbai was almost non-existent. I saw the opportunity to contribute to an emerging scene, and through my art, possibly be a small voice for change. India is such a large and complex country that change is often very slow. The other day, I woke up with an idea in my head, and I grabbed a couple of tins of paint and my brushes, and I went out into the streets to paint. By the afternoon, hundreds of people had seen it. I love that immediacy, the direct line of communication I can have with the people of the city. My work spreads positivity, looking at simple ways to approach everyday life. Whether it's reminding people to just love one another, to simply lay off their car horns, or to stop smoking. Sometimes big changes can start from little ideas. I still use fuchsia today. It's loud, it stands out, and tells people to take notice. It's a radical color that makes me feel empowered. Every new piece I paint is a new opportunity for me to speak out, and I'm so grateful for that. It still amazes me how a splash of color can change a place, whether it's a wall, a building, a person, or even a whole community.
Hi, I am Shobit Gupta. I am 24 years old and I am working as a business consultant in Bombay. I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes when I was in college. That was around 6 years back. At that time, I delayed my treatment since I was having my exams. I lost around 17 kgs and had few blackouts. Later on, when I was admitted to hospital, I was told that my sugar readings are 600 plus, which is very high. After the diagnosis, I felt sudden constraint in my activities. I couldn't manage eating outside as I was scared. My initial medication was tablets, but soon they were ineffective. And I had to switch to insulin injections, which was very uncomfortable. I couldn't inject myself in public because my friends would ask me a lot of questions, which was pretty irritating. While I was in my college, IIT Bombay, I used to participate in a lot of extracurricular activities, because of which my eating schedule was irregular and I used to run into a lot of hypoglycemias. Then my doctor suggested me to use insulin pump. The continuous insulin delivery mechanism gave me much more freedom and flexibility without compromising on the diabetes control. As a business consultant, I end up working quite late and eat as and when I get time. With insulin pump, I can regulate my dosage as per my diet, which varies quite a lot. With the basal feature, the ups and downs in my blood sugar level have gone down quite a lot. Doing physical activities like cycling and gymming was pretty tough with the pen. I had to plan a lot, but now it's not an issue. After experiencing IB therapy, I believe that the cost is justified if you want more flexibility in the life. I would highly recommend insulin pump to other diabetic patients. I have experienced the benefits myself. It is really the best therapy around.
Hello, I'm Ishan Shivte and I'm 18 years old. I'm studying engineering and I am a competitive swimmer. I've had type 1 diabetes for last 6 years now. Due to frequent thirst and urination, my coach advised me to get myself checked. And it was revealed that my blood sugar level was as high as 440 mg. I used to feel very tired and everyone thought that it was because I swam a lot. I started treatment with the insulin pen therapy when I was 12. I had to take 4 shots per day. It was very painful and would bleed sometimes. I started getting slimmer and slimmer. I was 15 kgs underweight. I was asked to reduce my practicing hours from 6 hours to just an hour. I had lost my competitive edge. My parents suggested that I switch to the insulin pump therapy, but I wasn't sure. After my board exams, I finally switched to the insulin pump therapy. And in just 1.5 months' time, everything got better. I regret not switching to the IPT earlier, as I could have scored better in my boards. It's been 2 years since I started with the treatment and my health has improved a lot. There are no ups and downs in my blood sugar level now. The laziness is gone and now I'm able to practice much more than 3 hours a day. I used to avoid going out earlier when I was on injections because it was very embarrassing. Now, I go out whenever I like. I don't have to depend on my friends, family or teachers to keep an eye on me. The pump is always with me and no one even knows. It's so compact. Now I feel like a normal person and no one can even guess that I have diabetes and I can focus on my swimming once again. The Medtronic insulin pump is the first choice. No other injection or therapy is as good as the pump. It has worked miracles for me. It is the best remedy for diabetes.